It's the 10 to 1 podcast with your host, Brad Ullman, featuring Ben Conowitz and Nate Laux. And here's the podcast.
Hi, friends. Welcome.
We did it.
Another episode.
One more. The last one.
No.
Season finale.
Our final episode.
No, I know. Season finale. us.
No, you will die. Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
I
I am very appreciative of that. I wish you would do that with all of your references. Hey, everybody, look at how good I look, Anchorman. Just start doing that.
Welcome, everyone. Where you been?
Wait, are you talking to the listener or us?
Yeah, I'm like, I've been kind of
do we have
for you.
Do we have a
Yeah,
mail?
we have any
do we have a
viewer mail
mailbag?
or emails or messages
Okay,
or comments?
did you
or-
check it?
Yeah, did you
Yeah,
even
no,
look? Did you even
here's
look
the
it up?
one thing.
Did you
Here's
even
the
say
thing,
anything?
guys.
Did
I
you
was
even
really
look?
hoping you would vamp a little bit longer so I could do my job.
Well,
and
no, because you said,
check
where
that.
you been? And it made it sound like you were
No,
like impatient. So I want to know
was
where
just-
you've been.
Now,
No.
Brad, Colman Domingo.
Mm-hmm. Now say his name like you're supposed to.
Colman Domingo.
There you go.
You obviously are in the industry
Friends
a little bit
with
more,
him.
so you know a little bit more about him. I knew him maybe from The Walking Dead is about the only.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Which one's that?
That's the second one.
I think that I just remember seeing him in promos for that because I'm not really familiar with him.
I've not
Yeah.
seen it.
But obviously he was. I looked him up a little bit. Big Gay Sketch Show, and he's had some.
Whoa.
He's done some stuff like comedy wise.
Yes.
So
yeah.
that's
he has a history in sketch comedy, and he's also been acting for a long time.
Yeah.
He's a pretty notable character actor for the most part, but he did also get an Oscar nomination for Sing Sing, so that was a big deal for him. And he's done a lot of different stuff. He's been around.
I mean, overall, I think he did a very good job this episode. We're going to get into that, obviously. He looks so much younger than he is. He's 54.
Mm-hmm.
No way. I
Yeah,
wish.
money helps.
Man, but I wish.
It's not the money, honestly. Like, I mean, like it's a very well known thing that black men age very well. They look very young for their age. And then look at Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson still looks like he's like
And he's
40.
94.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman is dead. He looks great.
To move back, because I was totally prepared for this. I do have some
Mailbag.
Thank you, buddy. We only have one, and it's on our Facebook page. Brock Heasley says, "We talking TV was indeed the sketch of the night. My only complaint was that the intervals between the phrase were of almost the exact same length. At least it seemed that way. I'm not the SNL network, but there was a robotic feel to the timing, much as I admired the patience and tension. Love Jack Black and his energy. I'm here for every five-timer sketch. I don't care how many they do or how repetitive they are. They scratch my SNL history itch."
Yes.
Finally, I winced at Che's theater joke. Not the joke itself, which was very good and fair, but the audience's bloodthirsty delight and laughter that followed it. This is a nuanced thing, but it wasn't a great look. I have many an issue with the current administration, but as soon as I heard that reaction, I knew it would be great fodder for the White House and the far right to play the crazy, hypocritical liberals card and sow even more division. Hate gets us nowhere, and that was a hateful reaction to a very funny joke. Comments?
Wow. Good. No, good. First of all, that's an incredible comment. That's thought out. That's nuanced. There's a take there. So thank you very much for making that comment.
Way to go, Brock.
We appreciate that. I agree for the most part with everything that he said. Honestly, I don't really have too much feedback other than I agree.
Even the theater joke?
I love the theater joke, but I don't know that I latched on to the audience reaction as much as he did. Like I don't really remember it being all that like yeah. But
I think maybe the takeaway there though is maybe not to be mad about how bloodthirsty people are or how much joy they take in thinking about a scenario like that. But what has the person in power done to elicit such a reaction that it makes sense to hear people having such elation at the thought of expiration unexpectedly?
yeah, just a lot of victim blaming there, Brad. That's fine. No, that's good.
Well, he's not a victim yet, but when he is,
Whoa, easy there, killer.
we don't know who we're talking about.
Hey, guys. All right, back to Colman Domingo.
Yes.
He is the third cast member of Euphoria to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Ben's a big fan of Euphoria, so I won't
Love
let him,
it. It's been
who are the other two?
Zendaya.
Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi, and Zendaya.
Zendaya's never hosted.
She's never
It's
hosted.
just-
Oh.
That's
It's
that was
just
the
him.
joke.
Then
No,
You just said them, Brad.
He's the third.
Oh, I thought there was. Oh, sorry,
No,
I was
he is-
confused.
He is the third.
Nate, I'd like to apologize for Brad. He's
I
off
don't
today.
know what I can do.
He's a little off
but
tonight,
like
yeah.
I was trying to.
No, he really tried to set you up there, buddy.
Barbie Ferreira.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've actually never seen you for.
I'm glad
I
they
haven't
did.
either.
I'm glad they did. No, I saw the hot tub vomit a bit that they did. That's the only thing of you for.
I've seen some of the memes too.
Yeah.
The Sydney Sweeney crying in the mirror, and
I do like Zendaya.
yes,
Okay. All right, we ready to get into it?
Yes.
All right, let's start with cold open. Trump phone calls. Set in the Oval Office. Donald Trump, played, of course, by James Austin Johnson, drafts a threatening tweet about Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. Then makes a series of phone calls to Tiger Woods about the Masters, to Melania about our controversial Epstein press conference, and finally to Pete Hegseth, played again by Colin Jost. We have Donald Trump back in this episode. He was, I don't think, in last episode. We commented on that. I think it was either the last episode or the one before. We get Colin Jost again doing Pete Hegseth. What'd you guys think of this? Was this a strong opening for them?
I appreciated the veer into the more fun stuff about Trump having a phone call with Tiger Woods and the thing about the Melania press conference, which is absolutely ridiculous in and of itself.
Yeah.
But this was more of the same as far as the political content and the Trump action.
Did really like him calling out that Ashley Padilla played all three characters. That's a great joke. Nice meta stuff there. I like that.
Yeah, but that got the strongest laugh for me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
too.
meta joke got the strongest laugh for me. Again, Colin Jost is fun, but I think I'm getting more tired of it than you guys are.
I would rather see Colin Jost as Pete Hegseth at this point than I would James Austin Johnson as Donald Trump, honestly. Like, at least that feels like it's not...
A little bit newer takes on things, sure. No, and I kind of agree with that.
And I think there's more fun to be had with the kind of exaggeration you can do with Pete Hegseth, because as big of a piece of garbage as Pete Hegseth is, Colin Jost's impersonation of him is like a whole huge level up of douchebaggery.
It is very hard to parody what's going on. We've talked about this. It's not necessarily easy to parody Hegseth, but there's more there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and obviously we're not the only ones that have said this. Cast members and former writers of SNL have said the same thing. Conan O'Brien has said it. You can't really parody Trump, right? Because he is a parody. And so it's really hard to make him funny, particularly of an Iran situation, which is kind of not that funny, right?
No.
And so, but again, the character work in this was good. They were funny enough. The hard thing was the Melania Epstein stuff. That was just kind of what it was. Like it wasn't.
So hold on. I do want to ask, and this is famous, Ben not understanding what's real and what's not. The serial killer line was the fake thing, right? She didn't talk about being part of this serial killer thing, right?
No, but
that's not a real serial killer, right?
No.
You sure?
Is it?
I don't know, man. I'm asking. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sure there was playing up a little bit, but she did do a bizarre press conference out of nowhere.
Like, just, right? I was not an Epstein victim. What is going on? Who was asking about this?
So whatever. I thought it was fine. Not great.
Fine.
Not good. It was just fine. All right, moving on. Colman Domingo monologue. Colman Domingo sets.
It's Colman Domingo.
Mm-hmm.
Sets a deliberately cool R&B tinged mood with music, dim lighting, and what critics called a sexy slow push on the camera. Do you like a good sexy slow push on the camera, Brad?
A sexy slow push is actually my signature move.
Oh, don't want to think about that.
He goes.
No, stop it right now. We're gonna get more complaints about that than your tirade.
You think you're gonna get complaints about
so
that?
Here's what I liked about this a lot. I loved the way that they ended it. I loved bringing out Colin, and I loved him giving the look that he gave, because he did.
It's very
look,
much
he
my
did
son
look
will do that look
more flattering.
So
it really worked.
Yeah, it was a full-on smolder.
So great, and the fact that let's get some color in the background. It turns purple, and it's like for our people. Like it's just very clever. I really liked a lot of this. I really did.
The audience couple making out. Oh, they're straight. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, stuff like that was very, very good. And then cut to the guy in the band.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
It is. I'll say this about Colman Domingo, and he proved this. I didn't love this episode. Right? It was fine. It was even good. But
It was fine. It wasn't even good.
I'm saying it was fine, and I redid that and saying it was good. But what I'll say is Colman Domingo is a performer, though, and like he was great in this. I didn't think it was all that funny necessarily. There was some funny bits about it, but he owned the stage. Like you could just tell he knows what he's doing here, and he's having fun.
I noticed in his performance more purposeful patience than any other host in recent memory.
Which is sketch
that's
comedians
hard
can
to do.
right?
I was reminded a lot of Adam Driver, actually, in the way that he performs in sketches, where he's not just doing sketch comedy, he's legit acting in sketch comedy.
And we'll talk about a few more of the performance aspects of things moving forward, because I don't want to get into that yet, but you're exactly right, Brad. The performative nature of this was just elevated because of him.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. New York One News. James Austin Johnson anchors a New York One broadcast as Ashley Padilla reports live from the scene of a robbery. And they interview Colman Domingo, who plays D'Artagnan Meringue.
D'Artagnan?
Yeah, D'Artagnan.
You ever read the fucking Three Musketeers, Nate? Jesus.
Oh, but I don't know how to pronounce.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I pronounce it Barangatang. So I don't even know what I'm doing.
Do you just read books?
No. And you know, and you know this.
At the very least, you should have listened to it, and you should have known how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
then.
but I have somebody else doing it that's not a professional reader, and they mispronounced it all the time. I made pasta with rag out the other day. Anyway,
Nate, you don't have an excuse.
You're a learned man.
No, I don't know. So Mikey Day was in this as well. Chloe Feynman wore an absurdly large hat.
Is it like, again, so and this isn't actually one of the things I was going to talk about with the performative stuff, but he's playing a character, playing it very fun, obviously. This didn't really work all that well for me. It was funny enough.
I really liked this. I thought this was really funny.
I didn't get it as much as maybe you guys did.
Well, you wear a lot of shorts and t-shirts.
That's fair. Fair.
I'm
not very fashion forward.
Man.
This was very. I actually liked this. I thought he was exceptionally good in this.
There's just a perfect amount of sass involved from everybody, and I also liked the extra bit that they have with Jane Wickline obviously not being good at it. It's just like, drop out.
This almost actually reminded me a little bit more of a Chappelle Show type of thing. Like this for me.
'Cause he's black?
No, it just just the sass of it, just the it just was very, very funny in that way. And I'm a big Chappelle Show fan, so it just felt even less SNL.
I think there's another.
You didn't like Chappelle Show?
I think there's another sketch coming up that's way more Chappelle than this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that. But I thought this was very funny. I thought he was particularly good in this.
I thought he was the standout, and the whole sketch overall was okay.
Oh.
I thought the sketch was very funny.
Okay, good for you. Good for you.
I enjoyed it. I had a good laugh.
I don't know how to laugh. Okay,
well.
so I don't know what I'm doing. All right,
call easy drunk uncle.
So maybe I don't know baseball.
So I'm not runway model.
All right, I'm gonna guess this is.
Sorry,
the one.
I didn't wear Prada.
I'm gonna guess this is the one you were talking about. Unique Cuts, right?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope.
A pre-taped digital short. Unique Cuts is a black barbershop pitched as a mental health resource. This is Colman Domingo, Kenan Thompson, Cam Patterson, Mikey Day, and a couple others in this. I laughed a lot.
This
in this
is
one.
great. This was awesome.
This was really
I was
good.
a little surprised when I read some of the reaction on the SNL subreddit. People didn't like this as much as I did.
No,
I thought this was
this
really funny. I thought Cam Patterson did very well.
Cam Patterson was great.
He had actually a pretty good episode this episode.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a ton of airtime, and this is probably the most he's gotten. But I really like this. Mikey Day, of course, is hilarious.
Just Ben Marshall's fucking haircut.
Yeah.
Just by itself
And
stole
I knew
the
that
show.
was coming. I knew
So
the haircuts
good.
was coming.
But I would say my favorite part is towards the end where Mikey Day comes back in and is like, by the way, smash Pam all day long. Like, that's a great bit.
How'd this work for you, bro?
No, this was hilarious. This was a great use of racial humor. And, it makes you wish that this was something that they could lean into more often by having a larger cast of, black cast members. And so having Colman Domingo there, I was happy that they were able to bring something out like this and do something good.
And they did enough with it, too, where it wasn't just about how white dudes are so, like it wasn't necessarily just making fun of white guys, right? Like there's a lot of that in here, but they also the whole like him complaining about his job and then Colman Domingo being like, oh, for real, like taking it seriously, and it was funny to me that like that's they're kind of seeing it from both sides. Like that was great.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, moving on. Artemis 2 vlog, Astronauts of Space. Colman Domingo plays a serious-minded astronaut trying to record a poetic, meaningful video message back to Earth on day 9 of the Artemis 2 mission, which, again, I did watch. Then coming back to Earth.
Brag about it.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Can't read a book, but you can watch a science video.
Kudos, man.
This is awesome.
I just want you to know I love rockets.
I paused The Martian.
Yeah.
And then I put this on, and then I got back to The Martian.
But D'Artagnan didn't know that one.
D'Artagnan.
It was so cool. His colleagues, played by Mikey Day. And
you know what? Artem missed me with that.
Marcelo Hernandez keeps sabotaging it with goofball behavior and pranks. Now, you guys aren't fans of science or space. Did this work for you guys? Because I laughed.
So to talk about some of the performative stuff, Colman Domingo, excellent body work here, right?
Honestly, everyone did.
No, but it starts off with him, and it really sets the tone of what the sketch is going to be. And if other people could mirror that, they did. The props guy's hand came down in, you can see with the hat, but I mean, everything else pretty much worked flawlessly, and it really worked well.
And I think keeping that up throughout the sketch too, like you have to keep thinking about that and keep moving your body the same way while still doing what you need to do to make the sketch work.
You forget yourself for a second and you ruin the illusion, which then does hurt the sketch, and nobody did that. It was really, really good.
Yeah, it felt a little old school to me, like in the physical comedy bit. I felt like SNL, especially with a lot more physical comedians, the Will Ferrells and the Sherry O'Terrys and stuff like this, it felt very physical and funny to me. Like the physical parts of it were very funny.
Spinning Sarah Sherman to the left and to the right, like that's just good. That's just good humor right there, man. Who forgot to Velcro her to the wall? Just good stuff.
Who among us hasn't ever gotten their penis stuck in
I know.
a vacuum tube?
And again, good escalation too, because then he's pulling him by it and stuff like it. It worked.
All right, PBS Knowledge Hour. Colman Domingo plays a Neil deGrasse Tyson-esque PBS host on a Science Wonder show. This is a bit that kind of just repeats itself on What If I Told You, and kind of introduces you into these different scenarios that Colman Domingo has. This was, I wonder who, now we're recording this and I was not able to see who wrote this, but I wonder who wrote this, because it is very silly, and
it feels Dismuxian.
Yeah, I thought
the
same thing.
It does. But I laughed at it.
I did.
What did you think of this one, Brad?
No, I thought this one was very funny. It's just
clever.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but not weird in like a 10-to-1 way entirely.
Yep.
But the idea of just having this guy be somebody who just really likes doing surprising reveals.
I feel like Colman Domingo as a host, like I think they leaned into this a lot.
Yeah.
Where it's like, let's give him a character that is just the one that's the wild one.
Yeah.
And let's build everything around him. And that's definitely what this was.
And honestly, having Colman Domingo specifically in this role, I think just the way that he talks as a character hosting a show like this adds a little bit of like gravitas and like showmanship to it that you might not get from like a different host.
Sterling K. Brown, you know, and I know that could be racist, right? I hope it's not, but I do see a lot of similarities in their deliveries and their command performances and being able to take a character, because they're both known, you know, they can be a little bit more serious.
The way that they both carry themselves as actors is very similar.
Yeah, and I liked Sterling K. Brown a lot when he hosted, and I like obviously this. I loved so he goes over to the wrong actor.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought it was a bit at first. I'm like, oh gosh, this is funny.
But they recovered nicely.
They really did. And that, again, kudos to him, because that could have gone off the rails and it didn't. So I liked all that. Also, I did look up the fact about the trees. Did you remember what he said?
No.
What
he said what if I told you that there are more trees on planet Earth than stars in the Milky Way? Sounds made up, doesn't it? Like, he does that, and I Googled it, and yes, it's true. There's like 3 trillion trees on the planet Earth.
Shit.
And there's only 400 billion stars in the Milky Way.
That's wild.
But what if I told you
trillion with a T, man?
A girl I knew in college was hot.
I know. Actually, this was weird.
I'm
but
thinking
worked.
of this more, and it actually makes
the specificity of not only just him liking doing these kinds of tricky reveals, but also doing the show to impress a woman.
I wonder
hilarious.
how many, and so maybe audience, you guys can comment on this, because I feel like when we break this stuff down on the show, I have a lot more reverence for things that matter, as far as not just how much I laughed, but like the craft work that goes into making this, who hit their marks, who didn't, and blah, blah, blah. And I think that if you're like me, when you're breaking it down with your friends afterwards, then you do have a slightly elevated sense of the entire show later. Like, that was better than I gave it credit for in the moment, because I wasn't laughing as hard as I thought I was supposed to. Does that track for you guys?
Yeah.
It does. Doing this now as well with you, saying, oh, this is actually, I'm thinking back and smiling, thinking about some of the things. Yeah. His niece is the fire, these kind of things.
And that, by the way, kudos to costuming.
Yeah.
Jeez, oh Pete's.
Fire looks great.
Awesome fire.
Also,
and ottoman and clock and bookshelf and vase and everything.
As I'm saying, it was just all very silly and funny. I don't know how you even like create
Who
this
comes
one.
up with Also, like, just like the little bits about like, oh, he was supposed to be the vase and he's not here. Like, that's just, he's looking inside, and I don't know, just those are choices, man.
You're absolutely right, though. I think you need Colman Domingo's delivery to make this work.
Yeah, absolutely.
You absolutely need.
Just that he gives just the simplest what if I told you? You know, it has a very like
what if I told you?
Neil deGrasse Tyson air about it.
Yeah. No, and I think that you guys are both right. It works because it's him.
I also challenge any of our listeners to give us a comment this week in What If I Told You? As many What If I Told You as you can about Ben.
Oh,
all right. It is time for Weekend Update. Brad, get out your calculator. I would like to know what you think of a little bit of
and we have to just remember that it's not just the interaction between Che and Jost. It's not just that.
Let's say this real quick.
Yeah,
it was a freaking long Weekend Update.
It was.
Did you notice?
And there was a ton of back and forth.
It was
a ton of back and forth.
Well, and there was a ton because it was like half the episode. It was so long.
How long was it?
It was 92, Brad.
No,
that was a 92 for me.
Oh, you're saying that's
the Brad.
That's the barometer.
It was incredible.
I was asking how long.
There was so much back and forth.
It was almost 16 minutes,
and they talked a lot between each other. They did.
It's a pretty long Weekend Update,
and the bits were great.
I'm gonna give it. Would you give it
92?
I'll give it a 91.
Okay. Well, I gave it an 89.
I was closer. I win.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not.
So let's talk a little bit about Weekend Update jokes first. Iran war. Trump talking about social media posts. Was there anything here, any jokes in here that really stood out to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, which ones?
I really liked when they were talking about the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, right up the Strait of
when he said it's that Iran has no more cards, it's like they're literally holding a strait.
Exactly. It's a great poker
fucking
joke. Great joke. Whoever wrote that, you deserve a raise. That was a great joke.
The Melania bit about that they actually met when Trump cracked open her shipping container.
Yeah. Oof,
good shit.
I think my favorite was when Jost posts the tweet that Trump allegedly said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Praise be to Allah. I'm like, oh no, he said that.
I did the same thing. I was like, how'd I miss this
and
one?
He's like, and he did such a good job because he's like, he didn't really, but you thought, right?
Exactly.
Like,
I think that all the time too. Is whenever I see someone who posts one that it's like a fake one, and I go and double check it, it's like it's really sad that like it's
that's
believable,
where we're at.
You know
exactly.
that like it's you think that he actually could have done.
And here's the crazy part too. Back when he was first elected in 2016, Patton Oswalt had a bit. Well, did you guys see what he just did when I came on right before I came on? It's evergreen. Yeah, it's been this way for 10 years. Yeah. It's insane.
100%.
Now, some of the people on Reddit were saying that Michael Che hits Kamala Harris too hard, and he did again. He made a joke about her. Do you think that there's any validity to that he kind of goes after her a little bit harder?
Nope. Because
I don't think so either.
I don't know if anybody watches the show, but he does this thing where he exaggerates the jokes about women because it's his shtick. Like that's literally what he does, and so that's why that's happening. It's called humor.
Yeah, I agree. Any other jokes you loved?
I really liked. I forget what the setup was for this, but when it was Che saying, "I think that's better than the church's strategy of molesting Nadia."
Yeah, seriously, man. I mean. We give Weekend Update a hard time when they don't really go for it. And I do feel like lately, not the gloves have come off, but they have been punchier.
Part of me wonders if
If Jay doesn't give a fuck.
No, honestly, if SNL UK has something to do with this, because SNL UK's Weekend Update, like they go for it, and they do some pretty sharp, edgy, mean stuff too, and like they know how to hit it hard. So I wonder if like they're seeing that. You know what? They're like, fuck it.
I hope so.
Are they hitting all sides in SNL UK? Or are they just making fun of everyone a little bit?
I mean,
I wish I knew what the sides were.
I know. I don't
then
know.
I would tell you.
no, it's just
You know, when they were talking about the Royal Portsmouths, oh my gosh, they really gave those dowries
Couldn't believe they went
their
there.
knuckles.
it's just more pointed, and like they
Specific even like.
Yeah, I mean, like they show their teeth. There's edge to it. It's the kind of edge you used to see from SNL early on, and like has kind of
Even
been
the
softened a
90s,
bit.
right?
Yeah,
Like you saw a lot more of that.
exactly. I want to give a shout out to this joke. I thought it deserved a lot more laughter than it got.
Is this the Colin Jost? No, go ahead.
It's the one where they're talking about that some bars are starting to ban cell phones. This, according to a man who lied to his wife. No basis for it in a real headline or anything like that. Just a good news
joke.
style joke.
Yeah,
It was.
I
I thought it was hilarious.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Right,
The sugar on the anus hostess donuts.
Yeah, and you can't unsee it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this was a very, very, very good Weekend Update.
Very long, very good. All right.
That's what they say about me.
I knew you were going there.
With the slow, sexy push.
Yep. Very long, very good.
All right, Weekend Update bit. Cam Patterson and Marcelo Hernandez do Two Kids from the Back of the Bus.
Don't say it like that.
Two kids from the back of the bus?
Do two kids from the back of the bus.
Idiot.
So they're playing two middle schoolers from the back of the school bus who essentially just roast Colin Jost and do
Roasty Josty.
Here's what I'll say. I loved this bit.
Yeah.
What I wished was a little more Cam Patterson in this, because he was just kind of he was the sidekick.
He's the hype man.
And I wanted them to do a little bit of like when they do the Trump voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was a good back and forth. I didn't think there was
I
good.
miss Alex Moffat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't
much.
think there was a great back and forth. I thought that like it was Marcelo Hernandez doing a bit, and he needed somebody else to be in it with him because they needed two of them, and they just put him there, and he was just like, yeah, I wish there was more for him in this.
Mm-hmm.
All that to say,
Very
Marcelo
funny.
was hilarious in this,
Yeah.
and I loved this
And
bit.
I love the turn. I love Jost at the end, getting him back.
Yeah.
That's
What did you think of this
Great.
one, Brett?
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like they were a great team together. It's one that you could easily see them bringing back and doing it again. I hope they do.
What did you think of Cam Patterson? Did you agree? Like,
No, he had a really good episode. I was
no, like this specific bit, though, like being the
Oh
sidekick
yeah.
rather
No,
than.
I agree that like it was given more so as like a Marcelo Hernandez thing, and but I think Cam's role was intended to be like the hype man and being like
Also, with the way SNL works, and it's not a democracy in that way. Like if Marcelo wrote this and was like, "Hey Cam, do you want to do this
Right.
with me?" and Cam's gonna be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna." But yeah, it's not maybe
was just-
the most collaborative.
I don't remember
thing.
any Cam punchlines in this, right? Like any.
Unfortunately, he had one that was really his little diatribe, and he kind of flubbed the line a little bit, and I don't remember what it was, but he kind of couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
And I do remember that being like, "Oof."
but he did well. What
no,
he did
Yeah.
well. It just I wished I thought it was,
The finger guns, like that's really funny. Good stuff.
all right. Next Weekend Update bit. Jane Wickline plays Lint Greer, Gen Z sex educator.
She was awesome.
Again, she's
Sex,
finding her
hey,
stride.
Brad, sex can be anything.
what is it?
What is it?
Just do whatever.
Just do whatever.
And did you learn something from this, Brad?
Yeah.
I learn a lot of things when I listen to women. I wish you guys would do that from time to time.
Okay. You just turn it on us like that.
Okay.
I don't love that.
Let me say- I want this character to be a recurring bit.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
she was very good in this.
Sexcellent.
This is like Jane Wickline
All right.
at her best.
Yeah.
She doing the Gen Z kind of stuff, but it's just
It's the right
she's
kind
so
of
good.
awkward.
Yeah.
It really is.
And I also think maybe because her and Colin know each other better, there's good back and forth now. There's a good comfort between them too that they perform.
Well, she
better.
did this with Jay.
Oh, sorry, with Jay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Come on, man.
But no, it just there's a better back and forth now between the host
So
and her.
I think, and that's and not to take anything away from Wickline because she was brilliant here, but I think Shay's gotten better over the years, because it was Jost a lot.
I say they do
And
give
so
it
when
Jost a lot.
it would be either Cecily Strong or Heidi Gardner that would be on Shay's end of things, or Ego sometimes. So I think that he's getting better overall about being, and I think maybe it's just overshadowed because Sarah Sherman and Jost have that kind of click.
Yeah.
But this was excellent. Their back and forth was awesome.
So we agree.
Yes.
That Jane Wickline should do this kind of stuff on Weekend Update and not her silly songs.
Well,
silly
I mean,
songs
I
should
know-
be
I know
you know what,
I know Brad.
Let
Brad's
me
gonna push
finish.
back.
Let me finish.
No.
Silly songs are good, but should be pre-taped.
They don't need to be pre-taped to be
Her
to work.
pre-tapes are the best ones.
The pre-tape, I mean, the ones that she's done pre-taped have been like team-ups with Veronica Slowikowska.
I have not thought that the keyboard at the Weekend Update desk has been my favorite thing that she's done.
No, I don't think it's my favorite thing that she's done
things.
either. But I thought that she does well with it, and I still think it's very funny. I
You know,
know
sometimes you
I know
can critique-
Nate only likes women when they're attractive and they're saying how handsome he
Whoa!
is.
Why don't you think Jane's
No,
attractive? She's
Nate.
attractive.
No. Nate
Whoa,
doesn't-
no! You just said that.
No,
Whoa,
you're not gonna turn this on me. You're
whoa.
not turning this on me.
You turned it on yourself, buddy.
We're so
Nate
sorry,
told
listeners.
me-
Sorry,
So
Jane is very
sorry.
attractive.
Nate has made it
I'm
clear.
attracted to Jane.
Nate has made it clear he's not attracted to women who don't have large breasts, and and that's all he cares about. So it was immediate no for Jane
I mean, it's true.
Wickline
You
from
do
him.
love Bobby Moynihan.
So no, I'm sorry that she doesn't fit the prototypical image that Nate wants to see from his ladies.
Come on.
But no, this was very, very funny.
Yeah,
and
no, this is great.
All I know is I continue to be happy to be proven right that Jane Wickline is very funny.
We've said it since
and
the
that you
beginning.
guys wrote her off from the beginning.
No,
Here's the thing: is though, I will call balls and strikes when she's funny. We say it.
Yeah.
When she's
We're just-
not
we're
funny,
just fair.
We don't say it.
we're
Like,
just good umpires.
You will not speak ill of her
When she's
for
not
some
funny,
reason.
you won't say it. No, you do. You say it
just,
louder.
You're just over here being Leslie Nielsen from Naked Gun, and you're just
hilarious!
you're just a homer.
Yeah, you are.
A classic.
Okay.
Hilarious. Gosh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
I just
Do you
wish
want-
people would take your punditry a little more seriously.
Should we do the?
If
I
you
wish.
weren't-
I think people should take
Oh
you
my
to the
gosh.
shed.
Should we do the cut for time now because it was a Weekend Update cut for time?
Yeah, we
Can we do that?
Sure, why not?
I'm fine with that.
So
There
Ben,
was,
Ben Marshall as
Jack Harlow on
was a
his new
cut.
album.
Yeah, if you haven't seen
called,
this-
what's his new album called?
Monica.
No, I don't think it's called that.
Tell me what it's called, Nate.
Monica
Sounds
Geller.
like you know how to pronounce it.
No, Monica Geller. That's the full title.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Jack Harlow on his new album, Monica.
Don't say it. That's the way you're saying it. I don't like.
Right when Ben Marshall came out with
Oh God.
this like cocky shit-eating grin
And
rubbing
this-
his chin.
This is one of them that I'm thinking about and laughing again.
Absolutely. So, and then also to have the barbershop sketch and then to have this, but then to be completely different
Yeah.
was just that's good on them for continuity's sake, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't just repeat something. They could have put it just like a do-rag on them and been like, there you go. But it was wonderful. This was great.
Yeah.
If you've not seen this, go to SNL's YouTube page and they put their cover time sketches there.
That's
Darn.
https://
He was just so good at like the rubbing his hands together and being all trying to be silky smooth. The R&B jokes though, that was my favorite thing that he did. Just spelling out what R&B means. Was just great. It's just overall very. I'm sad that it was cut for time, but it was cut for time because it was literally cut for time. This was a 16-minute Weekend Update. They couldn't push any more in.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you guys think of that? Do you like the longer Weekend Update?
I liked this one.
I mean, it worked because it was very funny and it was worth the time it took.
I think that I would like if they did.
Would you sacrifice the sketch to
Yes,
give? Okay.
if it's that funny, that's the thing. It's all about the comedy. If you told me that SNL next week was only going to be one sketch, but it'd be the funniest thing you've ever seen, then of course I'm going to allow that. Like,
What if I told
whatever-
you that
what if I
SNL
told you?
only had a single sketch, but it would be the funniest sketch you've ever seen?
And also, it was a man.
All right, moving on. Grandpa's wake. Ashley
This
Padilla
was
is the grieving granddaughter at her grandfather's wake. A parade of shady characters passes through, each revealing the grandfather had a secret life.
This was the one I thought was more Chappelle's Show than
This is very Chappelle Show. Why though? Why do you
because of the pimp aspect. Because they went back to that well quite a few times on Chappelle's Show.
This had a lot of funny parade of characters.
Absolutely.
Brad, what did you think of this?
Yeah, this was very funny. All the jokes at Jeremy Culhane's expense were very funny.
So good, dude. Like, why can't I be part of the life?
Yeah. Ashley Padilla's very just natural
This is who it
way
is,
of
yeah.
of just like
Oh,
knowing
White Cocoa.
Uh-huh.
So nice of you to show up.
I think James Austin Johnson's pimp was my favorite
It was
pimp.
great. Also, is that Mikey Day from the Bill Burr Sam Adams commercial with the cast on his wrist?
I thought it was no, because Mikey Day plays a
Drug addict.
construction worker in the Duncan.
Well, I get that.
I thought
but
it was.
Could it be the same guy?
I
'Cause
thought it. I
looks-
thought he's the same character from the one where you can see people fighting in the background.
Waffle House? No.
No, the Waffle House was the first one, and then the second one was like a spring break
That's
hotel.
right. That's right.
But I think he was the same character in both.
I
Actually,
think,
yeah.
So they're bringing that guy
That's
back,
what I
alive,
thought.
and I'm pretty sure it's Mikey Day being like, "I want to do that one again."
Yeah.
Like that's, and again, I'm here for it. It's
How about-
so funny.
Colin Jost getting another sketch to be in.
Although this does show why maybe he's not in a lot of sketches.
Yeah,
Why?
he didn't-
Why? What are
Yeah.
you saying?
He's just a little bit of a ham,
A goof.
Yeah, he's kind of leaning into it a little too much. Like,
Well, and also it didn't help that he was breaking a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why. But no, I mean, I'm still here for it though. Like they could give him something fun to do.
it's fun. It's fun.
I think I'd love to see Che in something. Honestly, why not?
Go watch his sketch show on HBO Max.
No, I want to see it on SNL, Brad.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
All right.
yeah, but that was a good sketch.
Moving on, the learned boy, Colman Domingo, plays an unconventional, free-spirited teacher at a stuffy all-boys private school who tries to teach his students to question everything, including math. Now, as someone that doesn't believe
In numbers.
in a round Earth, Ben,
What?
did you find a little bit of solace knowing that like it's made its way?
I will.
You know?
I will always and always from now on refer to the number 8 as Slim Thick. Always. That's such a funny bit. I think my favorite part was the just the made up names for the numbers is just great.
But why
but-
can you divide two numbers, but you can't?
So Dismuke's
unite
playing
them?
the straight man here, right?
Yeah.
Made a lot of sense, and it was a lot of fun. Marcelo Hernandez still with the doe-eyed excitement of like, trying something
Yeah.
new. I don't know that hit. I don't think that'll ever get old. I love when he does that bit, and there's no diminishing those returns. I'm there for it every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really good.
What do you think of this one, bro?
No, this is really funny. It's just when you think that they've done every kind of Dead Poet Society riff they possibly can, something comes along and shakes it up a little bit. And yeah, I did like seeing Dismukes as the straight man, just questioning everything in an incredulous way and just getting more and more angry.
Like no, it's like someone a job, or is it? Because, no, it's the first one.
Yeah.
I love that.
Did Tommy Brennan get much action today or in this episode?
He was in the barbershop thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And this one, and that was about it.
I just remember him in this one. So, all right, final episode or final sketch of the night. Beastamorphs. This is a pre-tape.
So weird. So weird.
Probably clearly written by Sarah Sherman. An Animorphs spoof pre-tape. Sarah Sherman's character gets stuck in mid-morph.
Is it always that she just finds characters that have messed up eyes? Like she just loves having weird eyes.
This was so good.
It was.
She's half human, half humanoid frog after sneezing and farting simultaneously. Again, this has to be a Sarah Sherman
I love
written
that
sketch.
the way back is to try to replicate it in different patterns.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I love that choice. I do. And then him stepping on the frog at the end to end it. That's great.
Now, Brett, have you ever sneezed and farted at the same time?
Oh, absolutely.
He just did it right now.
Yeah.
What did you think of this one?
No, this was great, actually. And it was really funny to see this because this was clearly inspired by the fact that there was an announcement during the week that they are doing an Animorphs reboot. They're turning the book series into a TV
wow.
series.
I didn't know that.
did
See?
not
I didn't know that.
any
Yeah,
of
so
that.
as soon as I saw this happening, I was like, oh, yeah, this is why this came about.
Beastamorphs. Yeah.
But yeah, so this was very funny. They did a phenomenal job of mixing practical with
Absolutely.
digital stuff
They're
because
so good these days.
I sent these guys to you on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it in our little thread that we have, but there are behind the scenes photos of Sarah Sherman's makeup, and they had a full head of the frog stuff, but obviously they enlarged the eyes and the mouth digitally, and but it still looks great.
Looks seamless. Yeah, they did such a good job.
Okay. Question about. Hopefully, I'll communicate this well. So this sketch was 3.5 minutes long. The other pre-tape was 3.5 minutes long. do you think all the other sketches were 5.5, almost 6 minutes long?
Yeah.
Do you think SNL should push closer to that 3.5 than 5.5?
No, because I think that the charm and the draw of the show is that it's live sketch comedy, which is why they typically only do 2 to 3 pre-tapes. You could easily do more pre-tapes, and I think that that's often too why you'll typically see a pre-tape will be in the cut for time most of the time, because they want there to be more live stuff than pre-tape stuff. And plus, typically, more often than not, the pre-tape stuff is a way to kill time to allow them to reset sets, get people into wardrobe, and do that kind of stuff. That's a big part of why Lonely Island stuff was typically so quick, and they didn't have have long running sketch times because Lorne needed stuff to transfer between sketches. So I think it's fine that the pre-tape stuff is short. If they ever have an idea where it needs to be longer, they'll go for it.
I guess for me should we maybe shorten some of the live sketches?
No, not necessarily, because
I just feel like some of them are a little bit 30 to 5 seconds, a little bit long.
Sure, but like also I think when it comes to sketch comedy, especially like when it's not pre-taped, because with pre-tapes when you're editing, you have a much easier time establishing a rhythm, introducing a premise quicker, having something where you're much more in control of what's happening. Live stuff, it's a lot more unpredictable, and you don't know if something's going to get thrown off with the pacing, or what's going to work, how the audience laughter is going to change the dynamic and whatnot. So you need that time in order to work out any kinks, to have the sketch get properly fleshed out, and give it time to breathe, whether it's because it's funny or because it requires more logistical effort as a live sketch. So no, I don't think that you can shorten them.
And I think that a lot of times with the pre-tapes, again, because you can edit, right? Like that's what you're talking about. They tend to do things in live sketch comedy where you do need the breathability, right? And so like again, the Padilla, we talk in tech. That's never going to be a pre-tape.
Yeah,
that's way too long of a pause for something that is edited. So I think that's why that breathes and why that works.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that is the episode. We've already talked about the Cut for Time sketch. Let's do MVP. Who do you think deserves the MVP?
I'm giving it to Colman Domingo because I think that he really you don't often get to see Colman Domingo doing stuff like this, even though he has a history in sketch comedy. I think more often than not, people would not be familiar with him doing comedy like this, and he did such a wide variety of characters, and he, I think, strengthened a lot of the sketches with how good his performances were.
You're exactly right. And he also centered the sketches.
Yeah.
So like opening up with him being the main astronaut, for example, you don't do that with most hosts. You just don't. You let them play, but they're not the focus. And he was the focus of almost all of the sketches he was in.
Yeah, exactly. And they try to do that with the host typically. Sometimes they'll make them the straight man in a situation, and they'll let the SNL cast be the ones who are, getting the laughs. But the fact that they did center him so much and they made him the center of the comedy.
And I'll apologize for that. I guess I want to clarify. It's not that they don't make the host the center of it, because they do.
Yeah.
But they don't make the host the center in character.
Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair choice. I think I can go with that.
Get behind that one.
I also wanted to give a couple shout outs though. I thought Ben Marshall had a good night.
Yes, for sure.
Marcelo had a great night. I think Marcelo could be up for MVP as well. If you want to just pick a cast member, I thought he had a really good night. And again, shout out to Cam Patterson for getting a couple sketches in there.
Yeah, for sure, I agree with all that. Barbershop to me was probably my favorite.
I agree. I think Barbershop was my favorite as well.
Yeah, Barbershop was very good. I did like Beast of Morphs a lot. I thought it was very funny.
It was.
What if I told you? Talking about it just with you guys made me laugh a lot.
I appreciate that one.
Yeah. So there's some really good, good
I want to
sketches.
support that one.
It is funny.
I want SNL to know, do more of that because it's okay.
It's so funny because at the beginning of the episode, I'm like, I thought it was a good episode. I actually think it's a better episode now talking through the sketches with you guys.
You see?
It is one of those things where it happens where you're like, actually, I think I like this episode more than I thought.
It's to me, that's not necessarily revisionist history. Like, oh, I'm being convinced it was better. I think it's taking more time to kind of break down what was good and what was bad about it. And there's more good than bad.
Yeah.
That's all.
Brad. Shut up, ugly.
So SNL is on hiatus for a little while anyway, for 3 weeks? Mm-hmm. And then comes back with the final 3 episodes of the season, and I am ecstatic about it.
It's Olivia Rodrigo featuring Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes.
She has
Now,
new album
who
out.
is Olivia Rodrigo?
Now, who is Olivia Rodrigo?
Who is that?
Rodrigo?
Is that that's a musician first, right?
No, she's a
Rodrigo?
gymnast.
She what?
She's a gymnast.
Really?
Yeah, she's a gymnast. She's also a recording star.
Like with Simone Biles?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
My youngest son, Harry.
Or like a Tara Lipinski.
My youngest son, Harry, has the biggest crush on Olivia Rodrigo.
I'll bet he does.
She's like just number.
Is that the seatbelt one?
Driver's license.
Yeah. Is that her?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You got a granddad.
Listen,
I know, it's like,
you
do you really not know who Olivia Rodrigo is?
I know she's probably a singer. You guys are coming
And
at me
an
like
actor.
you should feel shame about that. And with my full chest, I don't care.
I bet you know Sabrina Carpenter pretty well, huh?
I mean, I know who that is. She's a singer.
Bet your penis knows who she is.
Oh,
Yeah, my word. But no, I mean, I just don't listen to that kind of music, buddy.
She knows who Sabrina Carpenter is.
All
I
right.
don't listen to her music either.
She
So
knows Sabrina Carpenter is.
Who's after?
May 2nd. And then next is, I'm very excited about
Rip Taylor.
Matt Damon. And I'm actually very excited about the musical guest, Noah Khan.
Sad boy Noah Khan.
Do you think that Matt Damon, will there be a Ryan Gosling cameo about doing a Martian / Hail Mary bit?
I mean,
I think
I
that
would
be
love it if they
incredible.
did.
That would be fun. I would just rather see the movie.
I mean, I know you would, but I hope that's it. I hope it's a pre-tape, and I hope that they originally cast Matt Damon as Rocky. That's what I want.
That'd be pretty funny.
And then finally, what's the last one?
May 16th, the season finale, season 51. Will Ferrell with musical guest Paul McCartney.
That almost seems like the show's just ending, right? With,
And honest to God,
like-
like that feels like, oh, maybe Lauren is done.
I know,
like
exactly.
that's a perfect ending.
If Lauren was going to retire after that episode, the host would be Steve Martin.
Oh yeah, you're right.
yeah. But those
Well,
three.
No, it would be Steve Martin.
I mean, you say that,
It would be Steve Martin.
but you say that.
It would be
But
Steve Martin.
I think Lauren's going to retire.
And also, the musical guest would be Paul McCartney and Paul Simon.
By the way, why do you say Steve Martin?
What do you mean? Why would I say Steve Martin? That's
I mean,
like
but what? Why? I mean, why not somebody else? Like,
Lorne Michaels.
Why
has-
not Tina Fey?
Lorne Michaels
Yeah.
has, because Lorne Michaels has like dinner with Steve Martin. They're like best friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so?
what about Martin Short?
What about him?
He's like best friends with Martin Short too.
Not,
He loves.
not in the same way.
How do you know this?
You don't know them intimately.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do I know this? Maybe because I'm a fucking expert, and I also just watched the documentary called Lorne about him.
I think that's recency bias. Then.
Let's cut out the expert part. You just watched a documentary. Okay, that makes sense.
Thank you, Nathan. Yes, I did watch.
Hey Nathan, stay in your lane.
Nathan Lane.
That's what I was. Oh my God, let's just end the show,
He's
please.
so
my
dumb.
Did you hear
gosh.
it? He did it. He did Nathan
My
Lane.
gosh.
Lorne, the new documentary, comes out on April 17th. It'll be in theaters. And it's directed by Morgan Neville, who did stuff like 20 Feet from Stardom, and he's done tons of documentaries. He's did the Mr. Rogers documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor? Great filmmaker. He's also a huge comedy nerd. He was the executive producer of the SNL 50 Beyond Saturday Night documentaries that were all on Peacock that we watched and enjoyed very much. And this documentary was actually intended to be part of that slate, and eventually just grew.
They couldn't get Lorne Michaels to participate.
So what's funny you say that, because what's really great about this documentary is it does frame it in such a way that Lorne is very elusive and he does not want to be in the movie.
I would figure he wouldn't want this documentary.
Yeah, he really
No,
did not.
I don't think I will.
No, and it's even the interviews that they have with Lorne, like he's not giving much personal information.
Sounds
or
like
anything.
a great documentary.
But honestly, that's what's great is for somebody like me who knows tons about SNL and Lorne, there's not a ton of stuff to learn about SNL.
Especially, there's not a lot of first-hand knowledge from Lorne about SNL.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
But
he's not going to say, I was with Chevy, and here's what he said to me behind it. You don't get that from
Right.
him, ever.
but the documentary has a lot of fun with the fact that Lorne is very elusive, and also the way it's very much framed in the sense of like that SNL and Lorne are really one, and how one has informed the
That's why
other.
it won't exist without him.
Yeah, and like
It will.
what's really the most interesting thing about it is you get to understand how Lorne's schedule is when it comes to running SNL and what he does like outside of the meetings, and also you get to see stuff like the meetings, the dinners that they have with the hosts and the cast members at one of the 4 restaurants that Lorne Michaels likes to go to. But you get to see more of the meetings where the writers are pitching, which is a lot of fun. The best thing about this is all the new and additional behind the scenes SNL stuff, but also the anecdotes from everybody else are what really makes this.
I bet, yeah.
John Mulaney, oh my god,
Yeah, I'm sure.
has
I was
the
gonna say,
best stories in this one. There's one that like I was laughing so hard. It was incredible.
So I think that there's more evidence that Lauren is going to be done sooner than later, because I think that if I had to guess at it, SNL UK is an experiment of what if I'm not as hands-on, how will the show go without me? And it's proving to be pretty good, even though he's not directly involved.
I really don't think it is.
I think that's why he's going to be okay stepping away and letting it just be a producer and letting it completely go out of his hands. I think that's what I'm calling it.
I really don't think so. And there's actually a very specific part of this documentary that only solidifies that thought for me.
I can't wait to see it.
I won't watch it.
But yeah, so it's
where is it on Peacock?
No, it will be on Peacock eventually, but
theaters.
in theaters starting April 17th.
Nathan Lane, theaters.
Do they interview any of his family?
No.
Oh,
He's a very private person.
I know, but
he doesn't have family.
No, he has 3 kids.
Nope.
And
Not
he's
that
got a
talks
wife.
to.
But yeah, I can't wait to see it. It sounds really
Do
good.
they interview Steve Martin?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They didn't talking heads with Steve Martin.
I thought you said he was his best friend.
So there's, I don't.
Cool
You're
story,
so
bro.
dumb.
I
Not
don't
really
think-
lining
You're
up.
so dumb.
I don't think there's a talking head with Steve Martin, but you do get to see Lauren and Steve having dinner together, and they were there to like listen to the conversation.
Shot through the window across the street.
He's just so.
Is that real? Is it just across the street?
They were definitely sitting far away. They were.
Yeah, called it. I don't need to see this documentary.
I want to go back to the episode one more thing because I forgot to talk about this. We usually don't talk about this. Did you guys watch the closing?
Oh yeah, the Good Nights.
The Good Nights.
because they cut.
We
it got-
didn't talk about that.
It
Yeah,
got cut off, but I went and watched it on.
It got
Peacock.
cut off?
Well, on live it did. Yeah.
on live it did, but well, because he kept on going.
He went. He went. Oh, really?
Well, it's actually
Was he trying to fill-
the problem?
did he have to fill time?
I think the problem was he didn't realize they were fully back, and he was waiting for like to begin saying his thank yous because he barely got started doing his thank you before the live had to cut.
That's a very generous interpretation. of
sorry.
it.
It's not because he didn't get to say much.
He went. No, if you watch Peacock, he went for like 2
Yes,
minutes.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though. Is the live cut right after the first serious thing he said, where he said, "This is for all the little black boys," and then he said, "And it's also for," and it cut him off right there.
But
so
what
it
I'm saying
did
is,
not get to see it.
regardless if he started right away, he still would have went way too long.
But here's the thing. So the idea was you have the host does or does not know how long they have at the end.
no, they
Well,
know.
they do, but it's also I think what happened was live. I don't think he realized they were fully back, and so he didn't start when he should have with his saying thank you and stuff. And then I don't think that I also actually I think
Hold on, wait. Is that sorry? We can cut all this if this is too much. But that logic
kill
doesn't.
myself.
That logic doesn't follow only because, like,
I think
on the live, you're telling me that
I think
didn't
he
do
missed
anything,
his cue when they came back from commercial and they were live.
But that
because-
would be he was just standing there doing nothing.
yes. He was standing there and he was like looking around at the audience and like
he was not watching the person that's
Correct.
saying go.
Yes, because it took him
For
a while.
how long?
Maybe 30 seconds.
Oh,
I don't know
on
if
live
it's that
TV?
long.
It
was-
feels longer because it's TV, but it
Wait,
was
on live TV?
yes.
They only
Oh.
get 20 seconds to close, right? And so they get a very short amount of time to do their thank yous. That's why they rush them.
But also, I think the other problem is that even though they know how much time they have and they have like that lined up, sometimes also the affiliate stuff cuts in sooner than it does in other areas.
I just found it strange that he didn't thank the musical guest, but and so that clearly shows.
no,
Like,
he did though.
no, he didn't. He doesn't mention my name not at once. He talks about the Brazilian girls in Brazil. He doesn't say thanks to that person.
Oh, I
He
see what
doesn't-
you're saying.
and
Okay.
that never happens.
Gotcha.
You always say thanks to the thanks to Madonna, thanks to Jack Black for stopping by. You know, it's always the thank you by name, and
he didn't say
he didn't do
Anita.
that.
He didn't know Anita's name.
I mean, I think that she appreciated what he said.
Oh, absolutely.
More than
it was
that anyway.
she didn't need the name said because of that, but that's not standard, is what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
sure.
yeah.
No, yeah. It I was getting stressed I watched it on Peacock. I didn't watch it live, but I did hear before I watched it. I'm like, come on, end it. Land the plane, Colman. Like,
Well, so I didn't feel that way, and only because I assumed they were like vamp, because it's like we're not long enough on the
Right.
show, so he had to fill that.
No,
time.
it got
'Cause
cut
on
off.
Peacock. You could.
It got cut very early
Oh,
on live
okay.
TV.
It makes a lot more sense. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah.
because they had to go to a commercial for The Voice.
That's probably what it
No,
was. right?
typically it's an affiliate commercial that comes first.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is the episode.
What's an affiliate?
Like WMAQ.
I don't know what that is.
WSBT.
The
local network.
It's a joke. My God.
Well, like read a book, D'Artagnan.
I can't. Diango.
Diango.
That's what he said. Diango Unchained.
All right. That is our episode. We'll be back in a couple weeks. You can listen to our other podcast, Go Flicks Yourself.
Yeah,
we'll
go
do a couple
flicks
new
yourself.
episodes of that in between.
Come get flicks, baby.
We talk about films and trailers and have a little bit of fun. Sometimes Brad and I even talk about a TV show.
And there's games every once in a while.
Brad, where can people find you?
You can find me in the back alley of a McDonald's giving out hand jobs for McFlurries.
What are you doing? This is not Go Flicks
Trying
Yourself.
to get McFlurries.
This is not Go Flicks Yourself.
If you want a nice treat.
Well, stop. Just tell people what your name is online. Or don't. Nate, let's just end it.
All right. We'll be back again in a couple weeks. Be good to yourself, be good to others. Bye-bye.